just in case I get comments, and look, I have it as my PSN, my avatar. You'll meet Chiaki when we get to the second game, but right now shit's popping off right now, so we gotta get the door.
Sorry.
Wait, Sayaka? Sayaka, what are you doing here? What are you doing out so late? Then that's when I noticed her body is trembling. Is everything okay?
So strange.
Sorry to bother you. Something is really weird. Okay. Something weird. Just a little while ago, I was laying down in my room. All of a sudden, my door started rattling and shaking. Her voice sounded like all the air had been squeezed out of her lungs. Just hearing her talk made me
I was so scared.
It was like someone was trying to force the door open. My door was locked, so they couldn't get in, of course. But they started shaking the door harder and harder. I was so scared I couldn't even move. So, what happened? After a while, it just stopped. I let time go by, then I got up and opened the door to check outside. But there was nobody there. No one tried to force their way into your room. But who would do something like that?
I mean...
It's not like I'm suspicious of anyone here, but still it makes me nervous. What if something like that happened in the middle of the night? What would I do then? You don't have to worry about that, right? I mean, we can't go outside during that time. But that's just the promise we made, right? If someone decided to break that promise, then why don't you stay in my room tonight? Would that make you feel better?
Huh?
What? All it said, right? Then supposed to say which room each person had to sleep in.
Hey,
but two people sharing one room is, you know, geez, I'm sorry, I didn't even think about that. Honestly, that didn't even cross my mind. No, I know, me either. It's just that I mind the idea, but if you don't, could we maybe switch rooms just for tonight? Switch rooms. If it'll help put your mind at ease, then totally fine with me. But I don't mind you staying in my room, but are you sure you're okay with me staying in yours? Doesn't that, like, concern you? It's fine, I trust you. In that case, then. Ding dong, ding
bong. This is a school announcement. It is now 10 p.m. As such, it is officially nighttime. Soon the doors to the dining hall will be locked, and entry at that point is strictly prohibited. Okay then. Sweet dreams, everyone. Good night. Sleep tight.
Oh, it's already nighttime? Yeah, it is. Okay, so it's settled. I'll head to your room right now. Oh, we're gonna trade rooms. We're gonna trade keys too. Again?
Like I said, I'm psychic.
Okay. What if I wasn't just kidding? Okay, better trade keys then.
Okay.
There was another word expression. Just keep that in mind. His bathroom door is different than everybody else's. Take the showers. Oh, that's right. I forgot. But I guess I might use it when I get up in the morning. So thank you. Oh well, I better get going. See you tomorrow, I said I was psychic. It really was a joke. Honestly, I'm just very. So, good night then. See you in the morning. Sayaka gave me one last parting smile. I had to. Alright. Ain't nobody there. Now he's in her room. Okay, so Alright. We're gonna check. It's kind of weird to dig through other people's trash, but I couldn't help take my quick peek. Yep, that's the DVD. Honestly, I never did get a chance to find out what was on yours. It would be best if I would until I should read it up again. The bed itself looks extremely the same, but once I can slip on it makes me, well, weirdo. It came with the toolkit, but I first has some said. So it not go okay. I remember right, all the girls' private bathrooms have locks on them. I'm little okay. But I messed up so good. Of course. Oh, there it is. Okay. Please do your best to follow the rules. I hope I've made myself perfectly clear.
So then, let's everyone do our best to follow these new guidelines and live happily ever after together!
Weirdo. Bong, bong, bong.
Good morning, everyone. Get ready to greet another beautiful day.
Okay. I hope we don't have to hear that all the fucking time. Remember, I was in Sayaka's room. I just remembered I promised to eat breakfast with everyone else. I better get going. So let's go in the free time. Let's Sayaka's room. Made my way towards the dining hall. Oh, so it just takes us there. Okay. Everybody's here except for a few people. Good morning. Can you believe it? It was the first one. Oh, you were the very first one. Good morning.
Hey, Makoto.
Asahina! Sakura! Figured everyone would arrive on time because we considered model high schoolers. I feel like I'm saying all this shit wrong. Like I'm not a person who likes to read shit because I don't know how to read. I do not know how to read, but like I stutter a lot and tremble a little bit with my words. Only the ones who kept everyone waiting forever.
Indeed.
So I slept late. Good morning, everyone.
My bad.
My bad, guys. Slept right through my alarm.
What's your problem?
What? It's so awful to be late.
Yo!
I didn't know if sleep, just know. Nope, get lost. I blame the Bermuda Triangle. Okay. Okay, Hazakure. Wait, aren't we still missing some people? Yeah, we're missing Byakuya and Sakai. Yep.
What?
What's going on? Did something happen? Oh, there's
Yo.
Byakuya. You sent Sakaya? Why would I have? I came straight from my room to here. Did she forget about our breakfast promise?
However,
I got the sense she always has her stuff together. Didn't everyone talk like that? A small dark... Yep. I need to go. I have to check on her. Shit's getting real! Ah! Oh, damn! What the hell? Alright, so we're gonna have to look at everything, so... No, honey. Okay. So... Damn. Okay. It looks like the lint roller that was used. Okay. There was slashes wall, floor. Where's Sayaka? Yeah, no, she's gonna have to wait. We're gonna look at all this shit right here. Okay, on the ground. And let's get to the sword. More importantly, where's Sayaka? Can we look around and see what's going on first? There's a lot of crap I need to look at, Naegi. Okay, fine. We'll go to where she is, from the bathroom. Damn. It took me a second to realize that I was screaming. What I saw took its way through my eyes and buried itself in my brain, and then everything went black. Deadly life. Ooh, I like that. When I opened my eyes, I found myself staring at a huge ceiling. It was a ceiling I remembered seeing it before. And when I sat up, I saw everyone looking at me. Again, it was someone I've seen before. Ah, you're awake, finally. Are you okay? Oh, no time for sleeping. Get your ass up. Huh? You were unconscious, dude. I had to carry you back here.
Well,
it's no surprise considering what happened. What happened? Hey, are you okay? So it wasn't a dream? What I saw, it was real? That's right, it really did happen. Sayaka is dead? A deep dark despair worked its way through my body and then exploded out of me. I shot up and took off, running. Hey, where do you think you're going? I have to see for myself. I have to see if Sayaka is...
Just give up.
We can check once, twice, 1,000 times. Sayaka's completely and... Damn! Byakuya does not give a fuck. No, I have to see for myself. Listen to us, man. What do you think gonna happen if you get out there? Well, what good is it gonna do just sitting around here? I mean, why are we all hanging out in the gym at a time like this? Our friend Sayaka, he's dead. Dead. When I said that, it finally hit me. I realized she was really gone.
Calm down.
None of us want to be here right now either. Then why? Shouldn't it be obvious? Monokuma told us all to come here. Well, hold on. Don't talk like that. We all protested it. I mean, we remember the terrible price Sayaka had to pay. But so... I'm the one who convinced him to come. Right now, we need to do whatever he says. We're his prisoners, right? Not a good idea to defy him without reason.
Correct.
We don't need to make any more sacrifices than we already have. Why should we listen to anything he has to say? It's obvious he's the one who killed Sayaka. Wrong! I would never do that. If you can't believe anything, you can't believe that. He's here again.
Hey,
Unless someone violates school regulation, I absolutely will not interfere. I can promise you I won't do anything that goes against the purpose of your school life here.
listen up!
I'm famous as safari parks throughout the world for following the Bear Times 1 rule.
But...
Then who did it? Who killed her?
Come on!
You already know the answer. The one who killed her is one of you. Nobody had a reply for that. One of us killed Sayaka? Don't be stupid, that's...
What?
Huh? What's the matter? You guys all look like you're about to see... Shut up, please. Damn. Don't you remember what I told you when this all began? One of you decided to kill Sayaka, so now, so that you could graduate. Oh yeah. Someone's just following the rules. There's nothing wrong with that. Well, you're lying, right? Of course he's lying. I'm telling you, he killed her.
Wrong.
Nope, sorry. One of you is now a bona fide killer. Damn. If you wanted to, the one who did it could testify to the little fact. What? Without thinking, I looked around at everyone. They all had the same look on their faces. Everyone looked at each other with a combination of fear, suspicion, and confusion. Are you serious?
What is this?
Someone killed someone? It is amazing with what some people are capable of.
Just hold on.
Hey, hold on. Don't just assume he's telling the truth.
Stop talking.
That's enough. Before we do anything else, I'd like to confirm something with the stuffed animal here. If one of us really did kill her, the person who gets to graduate from the school, right? Huh?
Come on.
Don't play dumb. That's what you said, isn't it? If you kill someone, you get to leave. Yeah. And he's laughing. Okay. What? Why are you laughing? It's 'cause naive. You're just so naive. You think it's really that easy? You can't just kill someone and waltz on out of here?
Hey,
You're super
come on
naive,
now.
devilishly naive, hellishly naive. I can't even say that. No. The real thing has just begun. The real thing?
Now then.
Are you ready? Allow me to explain the second part of the rule regarding graduation. Just like I explained before, you must kill someone if you want to leave. However, even if you do, there's still one more part of the agreement you have to uphold, remember?
Then perhaps...
You're referring rule number 6 of the school regulations. Anyone who, if you are blackened, that committed murder can't be found out by the other students. That is what you're talking about, is it not?
In other words,
Bingo! It's not enough just to kill someone, you have to actually get away with it. Which naturally means you need a system in place to assess whether or not it's been gotten away with.
Yahoo!
So a certain amount of time after murder has taken place, a class trial will begin. Class trial. Yep, it'll begin a few hours after the murder. Everyone will gather together, including the blackened who committed the murder. And the spotless students who are all engaged in a one big debate showdown.
During the trial, you'll have to present your arguments about who you think the blackened is. And once everything comes to an end, the outcome will be decided by popular vote. If the answer you've arrived at is correct, only the one that disturbed your peace will be punished. The rest may continue their communal life. However, if you choose poorly, then the one who got away with murder will survive, and the rest of you will receive your punishment. Which of course means your school life will come to an end. As far as class trial rules go, that's all there is to it.
Well, why do you sound like that? Oh, so what exactly is this punishment you keep talking about? Oh, well, to put it simply, it's execution! Execution?
What?
And by execution you mean...
Execution is execution. Execution! Electric chair! Poison gas! Torn apart like a paper plane in a hurricane!
So, to make sure I understand, if we get the culprit right, then they die. But if we get it wrong, all the rest of us get executed?
Well done!
And a smart little chimpanzee you are. Look at you, implying you didn't do it without actually saying it. So, it's basically what the outside world calls a lay judge system. Or okay. Which means you'll be deciding who you think the killer is. But judge carefully because all your lives are on the line. Okay, let me just add the rule I just described to your handbook. I'm sure you keep it in mind. The rule has an answer regulations.
Hey!
Wait, hold on a second.
What the hell are you talking
You're
about?
freaking insane, you know that? Huh?
What the?
Class Sprout, what the hell is that? I don't want anything to do with it.
What's this?
Why not?
Stop it!
What do you mean, why not? Why do I have to waste my time trying to figure out who murdered someone? What? Are you saying you're not gonna participate in the trial? Only punishment awaits.
What the hell are you talking
What
about?
punishment? I might, I don't know, throw you in a deep, dark, scary prison or something.
Shut the hell up!
Shut the hell up. Say whatever you want. I'm not gonna be part of this.
I don't!
Don't be so selfish.
Stop it!
You're the one being selfish. Kill whoever you want. I'm got nothing to do with me. Even standing here before me, I'm trembling with fear.
Ching!
But I won't go in such evil. Okay, it's very end. If you really want to get out of here, you'll have to go through me first. As he said that, he came charging at us through the gun.
Are you enjoying yourself now?
Are you? Violence against Headmaster Monokuma is not allowed! You violated a school regulation! I invoke the mighty summon spell! Help! To me, godly spear, Gunyear!
This wasn't supposed to. Why me?
No way! What the? I don't. This can't be real. No way!
Well now,
Now I'm painfully aware of the great power and meaning of a promise. I really wanted to keep a corpse from popping up for no good reason, you know. But I guess you all needed to be taught a lesson after all. What an amazing promise. But now you guys understand, right?
now you see just how serious I am. Defy me and you get shot full of holes, exploded, buried alive, disintegrated, etc. So, if you don't want that to happen to you, you best obey those school regulations.
Hugo's body had been impaled with a bunch of spears. An unbelievable amount of blood started pouring out of her body. It was the first time I'd ever seen the moment someone's life came to an end. Nobody could deny that they'd seen Hugo until she was dead. She died. She's been murdered. In simple terms, it was the death of a human being.
Right,
This is reality.
Why?
Why did you have to kill her? Didn't you say you would put her in a poison or something? I changed my mind.
I knew it.
No. You've been wanting to kill this entire time.
Say what?
Kill this entire time? Don't be silly. You can't kill time. Or are you being metaphorical? Are you saying I wanted to waste time this whole time? Come on. What do you take me for? I'm Monokuma.
Well now.
Anyways, none of that matters right now. I have something I'd like to give you to help you in your search for the black. This little file has the information I've gathered about the death in questions. I would like to call it
It's
the
the
Monokuma
Monokuma
file.
file!
I mean, naturally, you guys aren't experts at this kind of thing, so you can only do so much with the course. So instead, I've gathered up everything I know about the circumstances and the cause of death. What's that? What do I know? The cause of death? Ray's cameras picked up the whole thing. I got to see it all go down.
So then,
You know who killed Sayaka? Of course I do. I've been at the
correct.
That's a good point. The judge has to be able to make the proper decision.
Well,
Now then, please put your full effort behind your investigation. After all, you don't have any choice but to give it your best shot. Seriously, you don't have a choice. Okay, so we'll meet up for the class trial in a little while. And with that, Monokuma disappeared once again. He left us stunned and confused. He left us at total loss. He left us with Juko's dead body growing colder, not right in front of us. Talking and reading all this shit out is so annoying. Like, I'm kind of happy they made an anime for this.
Hey.
What?
In other words,
We decide trust us or not trust us. Doing things, okay.
What the heck?
Saying stuff like that is just... How many times have I told you? Anyone who can't adapt will die. That's the only thing awaiting those who are unable or unwilling to adapt. If that happens, you can only have yourself to blame.
That's terrible.
What an awful thing to say, especially after what's happened.
just a second.
Right now, exposing the killer is the most important thing. Because if we don't, we're all going to die here. She's right. We need to begin our search right away.
Of course.
Either way, we can't run away with the situation, so we have no choice but to move forward.
What the heck?
We just have to do it, I guess. All the choice that we have. No way in hell am I letting someone kill me. Alright, then let's do this. Okay. Yep. 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 This. Okay. Alright, so we're gonna... Everybody has something to say. It's not, I really wanna look at Nicole's body.
What?
How late are you, Hagakure?
What's your problem?
Thank you! Thank you! Where is she at? She's hiding behind... Yeah, Toko Fukawa. Hagakure is just getting hit with this. Alright, so to let you guys know already, I already knew who done it. So...
Hey.
Hey.
I don't like having to think anyway. I'll let you guys figure that out. Let's put that. Okay, then we'll have to let Mondo look after the scene. Well, no, we can't just leave him there alone.
What?
What? Why the hell not?
Stop talking.
Isn't it obvious? If you were the culprit, what's the first thing you would do? By volunteering to guard duty, you're in position to destroy all the evidence you want. What? Fuck you.
So then.
Fine then, I'll stay there on guard duty as well. That's why there's no problem. That way there's no problem. Two-player base defense with the two of them with their stats to absolutely OP. Since we won't be able to help him escape, we're putting our faith in the rest of you.
But
I'm still pretty freaked out, but I'll try. Okay.
Just a second.
Okay, so I need to talk with everybody. Wait a minute. Yeah, I need to talk with everybody. So we'll talk with Yamada. So he's not feeling good. He's not feeling hot. We'll talk with Fukawa. He's not feeling hot either. She must be shocked. She can't even open her mouth to talk. Alright. So we're gonna talk with Fujisaki, my boo-boo.
What should I do?
Right, someone got right in front of us. See? Oh my god, little pumpkin. Sakura, I live for her. We can't run away from this situation, so we have no choice but to move forward. Okay, Hakakure.
Let me out of here!
Who wants to leave? Mondo?
Huh?
Owada?
Don't fuck with me.
Screw that piece of shit bear. Okay. Asahina?
What the heck?
I hate this, but still, we don't have no choice. We have to figure out who did it. Or else we're all dead.
Oh.
Oh, you finally noticed?
What the crap?
Huh? Notice what? I was looking through Monikuma's file we received, and I noticed something very obvious and very unusual. Huh? What are you talking about? Go ahead, take a look. Notice anything interesting about where Sayaka died? She died in Makoto's dorm. She's right. Then could it be? All I want everyone's gaze turned at me. Hold on a second, you got it all wrong. Just for one night, I traded rooms with her. I did it because she was afraid. You expect to believe that? Just tell us the truth. The look in everyone's eyes had done complete 180 just a few minutes. The feeling of suspicion and fear in return to the words. You think I did it?
So then.
Are we all done talking? We need to begin investigation soon. At this point, we shouldn't split up. We need to go to the bottom of this and find out how or who Sayaka killed. Who killed Sayaka? I can't see. I don't like talking. We all have to collect clues from them. Okay. If we get this wrong, well, do I really have to say anymore?
Actually.
I'd rather you didn't know.
Goodbye.
Everyone pray for good luck. With that, Kyoko,
Goodbye.
I'll be going too.
Yo.
Oh yeah, I'm on guard duty. Oh, that's
Hey,
right.
damn it.
Let me just say this right now. What if some bitch did this is here right now, and they're thinking
You're fucking dead.
you better. Oh, it came with their goddamn skulls in my scopes. I'm serious. I'll fuck them up. Doing this to me one single year. He and Sakura ran off. But I mean, we're not detectives or anything, you know. How do we even do something like that?
Anyway.
We don't really have to do anything in particular. We already know who killed Sayaka. What are you implying?
This is
It was
very...
you. I'm telling you it wasn't me. Don't come any closer. Are you gonna kill me next?
So,
Well, I'm gonna guess I wouldn't hurt to give it a shot. It's true. We may as well at least check. Yep. Even if I wanted to, I couldn't help but see. Wait, why not? I'm not good with blood. All it takes is one glimpse and I black out.
Oh, yeah?
Well, whatever. I don't think anyone was expecting much from you anyway. Damn. Alright, I guess I'll be getting going. Wait, don't go yet. You have to hear me out. But it was fun. Everyone had already left. And their party looks had been filled with suspicion. I'm the killer. How did it turn out like this? Seriously, they got it all. Why do they have to suspect me? I have to do something. Otherwise, everyone will.
Execution is execution. Electric chair.
I can't let that happen. I can't let things turn out the way Monica wants. All I have to do is find out who really did it. Who really killed Sayaka. Okay. I guess I should look through Monikuma's file we got before. Death of Sayaka. Death of Sayaka Mizuno. The time of death is estimated to be around 1:30 a.m. The body was discovered in Makoto's room in the dormitory. All evidence suggests that the death took place in the bathroom. The cause of death was a stab wound in the abdomen. There was also an injury at her right wrist. Specifically, The wrist appears to have suffered a fracture. We have no choice but to push forward if we want to fill out that will happen. Somehow I have to find out the truth so that we all can survive. I have to find out who was the truth. Husband, truth, bullets in your handbook. Okay. So you guys are gonna be no help. Would you stop me?
Help me!
Okay, we're gonna leave. We're going to back. We're gonna go and we're gonna go to my room. Yep, that's where I was going to go, Makoto.
Wait.
Oh.
Well.
Okay. Alright. So we getting stuff. It looked like this was used. It's taken out. Yeah, it was. Yeah, because there was a thing on it. There was like the regular like covers that samurais have. Yeah. There we go. Anyways. Okay. Let's go in the bathroom. Why? What the hell we gotta look at for? Let's go look over here at this. Wait a minute. The toolbox. Okay.
Yo. What? 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 By the way.
Okay. Oh, my bad. Let's see. Yeah, that's the part that we were talking about before. It was taken out. Okay. My bad. We got our quick bullets. We got a lot of them actually. Something behind Sakura.
Hey.
Okay. I wasn't trying to leave. It's this thing behind Sakura. Yeah. Okay. Let's look at the table.
Well.
Anything with the notes? Where else do we look? Kitty kitty?
What are you doing? Isn't it obvious?
No, not really.
I'm searching.
Searching? Did you lose a contact or something?
Listen,
Are you a clean freak? No, I don't think so, but what? Nodding, she glanced around my room one more time.
I see.
Interesting.
Hey,
What's unusual? What do you mean?
so
I've searched your floor from one corner to another. I didn't find a single strand of hair.
indeed.
Really? Not one hair from the victim. You know, now you mention it, I noticed something while I was looking on the floor. Looked like a lint roller in my room had been used, but I never touched it.
I see.
To be honest, actually, this part is actually new to me.
Well,
That's actually new to me. You have to look more.
By
No,
the way.
Wando.
You son of a... You're fucking dead. Yo,
Can I go to the bathroom? Things here. So you could since there was some glitter on her hand, she was the one who was wielding the sword then. And the glitter on her hand, she was one who was okay. Okay, that's it. Yes, we have enough time here.
it would seem... Right. So... Well... Makoto. Makoto. What?
Okay.
Correct. That's right.
We gotta go talk to her again because
So
there's
then...
something else. Okay, so too bad we can't go back, so we're gonna go out. Why?
It would seem... So...
They took that much time and used a screwdriver to unscrew it to get to her. During that time, to be honest, I would have bounced, yo. I would have left. If I was the killer, I would have bounced and just like been like, well, since she gets the hint that I don't want to be fucked with, I'm going to bounce.
Just a second.
I wouldn't even go on and kill her.
I see. Goodbye.
Okay. Oh my god. Okay, so let's go to Sayaka's room actually. Oh shit! Everything's the same. Everything's the same. Alright, I need to go downstairs. There's a garbage room. Map. Maybe it's upstairs.
no! You can't go any further!
What?
No, no! You can't go any further! No, no! You can't go any further! No, no! You can't go any further! Monokuma, appear! No, no, you can't go. No, 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 you can't go any further.
Shoot, I just want to sing the song now.
No, no, you can't go any further.
Okay, okay, you damn fucking bear. Wait a minute. Oh, the same shit. I swear I thought we had something. Wait a minute. Bad. Okay. Wait a minute. Exit. Type of sniper Asahina. I look want to cosplay as her though. She's fucking beautiful. Let's fuck with these people.
Such ignorance.
Here we go.
Very strange. So, in other words,
I wonder who didn't become black and red unless they discovered.
so that's it.
That must be why. Everyone.
Hey, listen! Hey, you bastard!
Oh,
You... Is it, like...
there's no way to think about this in a common sense kind of way.
You know what I mean.
Completely
I would never get
unforgivable.
tired of 2D. Damn. After spending a significant amount of time clearing through the 3D icon. Okay. Okay, Yamada, you need to.
Give me a break.
You need to chill with that. Just worried about.
What?
You got it.
Alright, I was waiting for him to do that.
Da 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 da. Mr. Maigi, without a doubt.
All the sounds he makes are really annoying. Okay, so we have a broken crystal ball. Yeah, I was just that. Oh my god, Dragon Ball Z reference. Okay. And then last, we have a piece of fabric. And then
Yes, indeed.
oh shit.
Was it a fairy?
I feel as if...
Of course.
Most suspicious.
Okay.
Completely unforgivable. That's it. I'm sure of it.
Okay, let's exit. We're done here. Yeah.
Seems like...
Let's go down and talk to Taka. I mean, I could be wrong.
Listen to me!
Yeah, no Ishimaru.
You hear me? Got it! Ha 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 ha!
Okay, he's kind of being weird. I guess we want to talk to Hazakure.
heck? What?
Okay, so we talked to Hakakure. He told us his side of the story with the crystal ball that he left in the laundry room. Now we're gonna go to the laundry room and see anything suspicious. To talk to Byakuya about something. So we'll first go to the laundry room. Even though I was just in there, but is anything suspicious here? Everything looks the same. Oh. Maybe I'm not supposed to be here. Let's see what Byakuya has if he says anything else.
Very strange.
I wondered if a lot of people didn't. Ah, Togami. Let's go to my room. Oh, no, that's not my room. I forgot we switched rooms. Oh, no, Toko. Okay, so they're still here. Where did Kirigiri go? May actually, since I got the knife, I want to ask Asahina something.
Yeah, totally. That's right. Well... Cause, I mean...
She's so adorable. I live for Asahina. Like, she's she's that dumb blonde in the group who like seen suns, who just like she's that person who just seen sunshines and rainbows, and then when something bad happens, she doesn't want to be part of it. She's just like gets gloomy because she always wants to be happy. Like she's like the person who likes seeing people happy. And she's my favorite Danganronpa character. I love her. That's why I always I nickname myself Asahina because of legit because of her. I just love her to pieces. Also because she's dark skinned and I'm dark skinned too. So that makes sense. Okay. I never check these. Why is she here?
This is very suspicious.
She has some secrets herself. I don't want to ruin. I feel like I'm ruining a lot of shit, yo. Since I already know what happened, like I even know who killed. I know who killed her. I know how she died. Like exactly like what really happened. Oh, Fluff, there you are. Do you have any clues or anything? What kind of clues? Let's just agree we don't know who the couple is and leave it at that. Whatever secrets I may have, I don't intend on revealing anything until the class trial. Okay then, do you have any suggestions for where I should look?
Well,
Ugh, so annoying. Must you fumble around fishing blindly for clues? Sigh. I suppose I wouldn't hurt to give you a little hint. The scene of the crime, naturally, but I don't think this classroom is also the first answer. Classroom? It's a perfect place to show evidence, however. There is one little problem, which is...
as for me...
That place is filthy. I would rather die than set foot in there. I'm trusting all of you to conduct me through investigation on my behalf. That's... okay. I love giving Celeste that voice. Celeste and Kiki, those type of voices. And you don't know why I changed my voice when I was speaking to her. You don't know why I changed it from to the da da da. You'll know soon. I'm like doing a lot of shit. Okay, help options. Yeah, I know that. Controls. System. How? Okay. Wait. Talk, run. Okay, what? I keep checking in the gym, but I legit think I have all the evidence I need. What am I missing?
By the way, You son of a bitch! Shit. You're fucking dead.
I already checked the trash, but I really need to go back. I was in there. I was just in there with freaking, what's his face?
Come on, come on.
Nothing. Yeah, I already checked the trash room. I don't know where else they want me to look. So there's a dining room. We can't go in there. We can't go in here. Okay. And we could go in here, but I was already in there. And I was in that room. Either. And there's stairs here. So I think I'm done with my investigation on this floor. I think I really am missing something on like here. So I was in there. Oh, wait. I remember. We have her CD. Do you not remember you have her CD? I guess. Not in here. Even though I remember we had her CD. Like we picked up her CD, did we? Because he looked inside her trash, didn't he? I don't think he took. I don't think he took her CD. We were just in there. We saw Celeste. She was in there. Nurse. And then that's it. So we're gonna have to. Let me go back into Sayaka's room and get the CD. I don't think Naiki took the CD. So he took the CD, right? Now he took the CD, okay. Now we could look at it. Hey, he didn't take the DVD last time. I think this is the last thing we have to do is look at the trial. Okay. Let's see what's on her CD.
Maizono, the ultimate pop sensation, lead singer for a world-famous all-girl pop band. For these girls, the glowing spotlight only made them that much more beautiful.
Oh.
This ultra-successful team suddenly fell apart. None of them will ever perform on stage again. None of them will ever feel the warmth of the spotlight. For Sayaka, there's simply nowhere for her to return to. So here's the billion-dollar question. What, oh what, could have caused the group to go to pieces?
Damn. Oh. It starts.
I'm getting tired of waiting. What say we just get started, It's time for the long-awaited class trial! Now then, allow me to appoint a proper location for the proceedings. Please go through the red door on the first floor of the school.
It got serious, y'all.
Listen to me!
Is everyone here? Okay then. Please board the elevator in front of you, which will transport you to the courtroom.
Damn.
Where all your fates will be decided. I'll meet you all day.
Dumb bell.
Got it!
Everybody has something to say. I want to hear it. All y'all have to say. Let's go.
Well,
Yes, indeed. Hey,
Are you scared?
Makoto.
Because I'm...
Alright. Let's go! Okay. The animation in this game is fucking awesome, yo. I live for it.
Oh!
Shit.
Well now. Yoo-hoo!
Alright. I don't know if I should keep going because I kind of want to do more and like finish this broadcast after the first execution. But these class trials are so long. Gotta prep, yo. Okay. That's all we have. Let's look at the blood bullets that we have, okay? So we have Monokuma's file, talking about basically where she died, what time she died, and how she died. Basically, it's telling us how there was basically a fight that was happening between somebody and the bitch who died. Basically, they had a fight. Like there was a forced struggle. The sword that was used in Naegi's room, Naegi did not use the sword himself, so the sword was easily used for self-defense for both parties. And that's the cover of the sword. As we both know that Mizuno and Naegi, they both switched rooms. Guys have a toolkit, while girls have a sewing kit. Somebody clearly used Naegi's lint roller to clean up his room, so there's no hair found at all. Her wrist is broken. That's what Monokuma said, that her wrist was broken. But also, the gold on her hand, you know that she was the one who was using the sword. Dying message, the numbers. Leon's... Dude, I think I fucked it up already. I didn't want to tell you guys who the killer was, and I fucking told you guys who the killer was. But y'all didn't hear that. Think about something else. The bathroom door frame. Basically, Naegi's is different. his door frame doesn't really fit. It's difficult to open. As you can see, the doorknob was fucked up because the person who was trying to get to Sayaka had to unscrew the locks and everything to get inside, because Naegi's, you know, there's a way you gotta open his door. The nameplates were switched. Kitchen knives. One of the knives were gone. Asahina said that she was drinking tea and then she noticed that the knife was there before, but when she was leaving, the knife was gone. And then trash duty. What's his face? Not Yamada. I think it was Yamada. But he is on trash duty, and he said before he left, he turned off the incinerator and locked up the thing. But when Naegi and them checked the next day, the incinerator was opened. The burnt shirt, though, this is the evidence for a burnt shirt, and the crystal ball, which was how Clarice's was probably used for something.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate.
And the killer really is one of us, right?
Of course!
Okay then. Everyone, close your eyes. And whoever did it, raise your hand.
Don't be a goddamn idiot. Why the hell would they raise their hand?
Before we move on and start the trial, can I ask a question real quick? What's going on with those pictures?
I'd feel awful if they got left out just because they died. Friendship penetrates even death's barrier.
Friendship penetrates? Okay, but what about that other empty seat? There were only 15 of us to begin with, so why are there 16 seats?
Oh, no reason. It's just that our little courtroom here can technically fit up to 16 people. Okay, that about does it for the preamble. Get ready to get started. First up is the case summary. Now, let the class trial begin.
Okay, left stick and then your argument.
I assert that the one who was murdered was Miss Sayaka Maizono!
Yeah, we know that part already. And the murder took place in Makoto's room.
In the bathroom. So it seems most likely that the killer must have taken her by surprise while she was in the bathroom. She didn't even have a chance to resist.
No, it's wrong! Just a second, Chihiro. Try to remember how my room looked. With the way things had been damaged, I think we can definitely assume there was a struggle.
A struggle? Between who and who?
Between Sayaka and the killer, of course.
So you're saying Sayaka wasn't caught by surprise in the bathroom? She must have been attacked in the main room first. Then, She ran to the bathroom to try and hide. The killer followed her in, and that's where they finished the job.
That much should have been obvious after taking one look at the scene. It shouldn't even need explaining.
Okay, fuck ass.
Sorry.
Okay, so what's next?
Next is the subject of the murder weapon.
Wow, this is starting to sound like a real trial.
A knife.
So what was used to kill her?
There was some kind of sharp object thrust into her stomach. Without a doubt, that is the murder weapon!
So the killer used some random knife they had on him.
No, it's wrong!
It was a kitchen knife, not a random knife. Mondo.
No. I do think it was a knife, but not just any knife. I'm almost positive it was a kitchen knife.
Huh? A kitchen knife?
After the murder, we discovered that one of the knives from the kitchen was missing.
Which means that knife must be the murder weapon.
Oh, yeah. I guess that makes sense. You could sort of see the weapon sticking out of her stomach. And if you look real close, I could totally see that being a kitchen knife.
Okay, so the murder weapon was a kitchen knife, but where does that get us? I mean, we all know Makoto killed her, right?
That's right. Makoto's room was the scene of the crime. What more proof do you need?
Hold on a second.
Let's draw our conclusions after we've presented our arguments. Otherwise, what's the point of the trial?
Well, we can talk all we want. It's not going to change that conclusion.
I don't think that's true at all. I'm sure if we keep at it, something new will reveal itself.
You really believe that?
Kakuri sounds different in the game than in the anime. And so does, I keep forgetting the Fatso's name. R1. Okay. Okay. This music though.
So I guess there's no question that the kitchen knife was the murder weapon.
But where does that mean? Makoto must have taken it from the kitchen, right? You did it in secret. Nobody was in the dining room.
No, that's wrong! Okay, wait. Hold on. Knife from the kitchen.
Next, you're gonna say you're not the killer, right? Go ahead and say it all you want.
Well, what if I have a witness? What do you think, Hina?
Huh?
Remember what you were telling me earlier?
They say Hina. That's so cute.
Just to be perfectly clear, the knife disappeared while you were in the dining hall, correct?
Yeah, that's right.
And at any point while you were there, did you ever see me come into the dining hall?
No, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No, he definitely wasn't there.
The knife disappeared while Hina was in the dining hall. But I wasn't there the entire time. In other words, there's no way I could have taken the knife.
Okay, then what about this? What if the idiot swimmer girl and Makoto are in on it together? And lying—
Idiot swimmer girl? Oh, and more importantly, why would I get involved in something like that?
Speaking of which, I'd like to ask the bear, if there is an accomplice, do they also become blackened?
So you ask. And so each murder is allowed to have an accomplice, but only the one who does the killing will get to graduate.
So in other words, two people can work together. but one of them has no chance of profiting from.
Then there's no way anyone would work together, right?
But what if they did work together, and they just didn't know about the...
Good grief! Enough already! No, okay? Oops! Did I say that out loud?
Anyway, I didn't go to the dining hall, and I didn't take the knife, so I'm not the killer.
Okay, so then, who did take... Hina seems the obvious candidate. After... No way! I swear it wasn't me!
Sure, I can.
That's right. Sakura was with me the entire time I was drinking my tea.
I hate to have to ask, but just to be sure, Sakura's...
Me.
Right.
But then, couldn't either one of them have grabbed the knife?
Actually, no. Because,
Just spit it out already.
I stayed in Hina's room last night.
I got so scared thanks to those creepy videos. I wasn't really thinking, I just asked her to stay over. Which means we have airtight alibis.
You stayed over? Doesn't that violate...
We're not allowed to sleep anywhere but the dorms. But it doesn't say we have to stay in our assigned room, so I don't think that's a problem.
It is a problem! A boy and a girl spending the night together?
But I'm a girl.
You are? Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry!
But if it wasn't either of you, then what other possibility is there?
Actually, there is one other possibility. Right, Hina?
Oh, yeah, that's true! One other person did come to the dining hall while we were there.
Why didn't you say so in the first place?
Well, because... they're not here anymore. Sayaka. She's the one who came to the dining hall. And then later, she wound up dead.
I got it! Then, Sayaka is the one who took the knife?
That's the only possibility. And thinking back on it, she was acting kind of unusual. When she came into the dining hall, she didn't even look at us. She just went straight to the kitchen. As she left, she said she just wanted a drink of water. But most likely...
The person who took the knife was the victim herself.
I'm sure she just took it for self-defense.
So you're saying the knife she took was then taken from her, and she was killed with it? In that case, you may not have taken the knife, but you still could have killed her.
What?
See? He did do it after all!
No! You're wrong!
So, that's how you would twist the argument and send us all... You possess a most terrifying talent.
Hold on. It's still too early to decide conclusively that Makoto is the killer, wouldn't you say? Because you see, if the room did belong to the killer, then they did something most bewildering. And until we unravel that little mystery, you simply can't declare that he's the killer.
Bewildering? What the hell are you talking about?
Something was missing from the scene of the crime that by all rights should have been there. You know what I'm talking about.
What? I don't understand.
Now I understand!
Oh, hair! Oh, okay.
That's right! There wasn't a single hair on the floor!
So, the culprit removed some evidence?
Yes, and if I were the culprit, why would I need to get rid of all the hair in my own room? It wouldn't be unusual at all to find my hair at the crime scene if
The reason all the hair was gone was to remove any trace that Sayaka had ever been there. That makes sense, does it not?
No. If that were the case, they would have had to do something about the body itself, not just her hair.
Yes, very true, very true.
Okay, then why wasn't there any hair on the ground?
The killer got rid of it all, of course, to remove any trace that they had ever been there.
Then that made...
Precisely. It's simply beyond reason to believe that the room's owner and the killer are one and the same.
Then Makoto isn't the culprit?
Are you sure we can decide something so important based solely on the absence of some hair?
No. There are other reasons that prove why Makoto couldn't have done it.
I would like to hear these reasons.
Do you remember anything remarkable about the bathroom at the scene? Sayaka was attacked in the main room first, then fled into the bathroom, right?
Yeah, then they ran after her, got into the bathroom, and stabbed her.
And how did the killer get into the bathroom? Did they have any trouble with it?
What do you mean?
It's fairly certain that the killer had some trouble getting into the bathroom. There was clear evidence left behind. Do you remember,
Yep.
I got it! Evidence that the killer had trouble getting into the bathroom. You're talking about the doorknob, right?
Huh? The doorknob? What doorknob?
The doorknob for my bathroom. It was completely broken. See how the top part was unscrewed? And the doorknob's about ready to fall off?
Oh yeah, true. But what does it mean?
In trying to bypass the lock, they ended up nearly removing the entire doorknob. This is another most bewildering act for the room's owner. It proves Makoto is beyond suspicion.
So what? You're saying he wouldn't break the door in his own room? But if the only choice you have is to break it, you break it. There's nothing bewildering.
You still don't see? Let's take another look at how the incident unfolded. Hopefully that will help you understand.
Okay. You will also lower your trust.
The incident took place in Makoto's room.
It did.
Sayaka was first attacked in the main room.
She was.
She then fled into the bathroom.
And the killer ran after her.
Yes.
And they got into the bathroom.
Yes.
At that point, the killer had to try and bust down the door.
No.
Because Sayaka had locked it.
Oh?
And finally, the culprit had Sayaka cornered.
But to finish the job, they stabbed her.
It was you! We already know the answer.
No.
The incident took place. Sayaka was first.
She then fled into the bathroom.
Then the killer ran and they got into the bath. At
that
point, the killer had to try and bust down the door.
No, they didn't?
Shoot!
No, Anya.
The incident took place. Sayaka was first. She then fled into the bathroom.
Then the killer ran and they got into the bath.
At that point, the killer,
because Sayaka had locked it.
She didn't lock it.
No, it's wrong.
But they didn't bust down the door, they broke the doorknob.
The reason my bathroom didn't open wasn't because it was locked. After all, the girls' rooms are the only ones with walk-in bathrooms, right?
Yes, now that you mention it, that is true.
Yes, it is
Then
true.
why didn't your bathroom door open?
Because it was stuck.
Huh? What are you talking about?
My bathroom door doesn't fit in the frame quite right. Monokuma over there can testify to that.
Yup, true as true can be. But you know, you're supposed to be the ultimate lucky student, right? But to have such a cruddy door, that's not lucky at all.
So the reason the door didn't open was just because it was stuck. But the killer didn't know that and assumed it was locked. So they tore apart the doorknob to get in.
Yep.
Okay, but then why would the killer even think the door was locked in the first place? Everyone should have known you can't lock any of the boys' bathrooms.
The killer could easily make that mistake, thanks to one important detail about the scene of the crime.
Shoot!
My bad.
I got it! The killer must not have realized that it was my room.
What? Are you saying the culprit didn't even know where he was?
And yet, he's absolutely right.
Say what?
Well, to be more specific, what the killer didn't know was that Makoto and Sayaka had switched rooms, which is what led to the misunderstanding about the bathroom. If Sayaka had been in her own room,
Then there would have been a lock on the door, and they would have had to break through!
So they had no idea how unnecessary their actions were.
ultimately, we can't know if it came open by force or simply by accident. The killer must have been considerably confused, with no idea how they—
Regardless, it was a pointless act. Wasting time trying to break down a door that wasn't locked is...
Definitely something I wouldn't do, since I would have known exactly why it wasn't opening.
That is a definite possibility.
So the killer would have to be someone who didn't know they'd switched rooms?
Then Makoto couldn't have done it.
Okay, then who did do?
I'm sorry, but I give up! Quit without saving!
But what happens if we can't decide on who we think did it?
Well, why don't we just vote right now?
Majority rules? You really think...
Yeah, our necks are on the line here.
Does no one have any other thoughts or—
Oh! As a matter of fact, I do have one—
Oh.
You don't gotta sound so disappointed.
It's fine, it's fine.
Oh yeah. Okay, so, well, I was just wondering, how did the culprit get into Makoto's room in the first place?
Yes. How did the killer get inside?
Maybe Sayaka just dropped the key somewhere and the culprit picked it up.
I don't think so. That seems way too convenient.
Then maybe someone picked the lock?
Negative!
No.
If you remember, Monokuma made it quite clear that the locks are all unpickable.
Fine. How about this? The killer, they could have knocked and said they wanted to talk or something, and...
No, that can't be it.
Oh! Trying to... Hello? Why exactly can't that be it?
Ugh. Fuck. I want to see the nameplates. But it could have been...
Shoot!
No. Fuck. I don't know. Okay, it's not the nameplates. It can't be the message. It can't be the sword. It can't be instruction.
I got it!
Oh, wow.
Because Sayaka was already scared, remember? That's why she asked me to switch rooms in the first place. Knowing what she'd been through, I just can't believe she would have opened the door for anyone.
What if her being scared was a lie?
Huh? What the hell is that supposed to mean? Why would she lie about something?
I know you don't want to consider it, but look at this and tell me. Can you still deny the possibility? I found a notepad during my search, and I shaded in the top sheet with a pencil. And these are the words that appeared.
Oh man! I've totally seen people do that on detective shit. When you write, it can leave an imprint. When I saw that, I was like, holy crap! I better make sure I rip the paper out before I use it from now.
It's a pretty old-fashioned technique. But even the classics can be surprisingly useful sometimes. Oh, and I should also mention, I found the notepad on the desk in Makoto's room. Huh? Which means only someone who had been in Makoto's room before the incident could have written it.
Then either it was Makoto who lived there, or Sayaka who switched rooms for a single night.
So, Makoto, did you write that? No, of course you didn't. Because the note also bears a perfectly legible signature. But why? The note was likely her way of getting in touch with a certain someone. She must have slid it under their door to let them know she wanted to meet with them and speak.
You got an invitation like that from the ultimate pop sensation. What young man could resist?
Of course, I'm only into 2D, so it wouldn't have any effect on me.
But can we be sure anyone even got this note? And honestly, even if they did, I do not think they are at all involved in what happened.
Huh? What makes you say that?
Would you like to hear what I have to say? Very well then. Pay attention. Sayaka and Makoto switched rooms, correct? But in the note, the place they were asked to come to, it specifically says, my room.
I see. So if someone read that note, then they would have gone to Sayaka's room.
Exactly. The room that Makoto was staying.
No,
that's wrong.
The nameplate's changed.
The nameplates on Mai and Sayaka's rooms got switched.
They got switched?
That's right. The nameplates got switched, just like the rooms themselves. As a result, the nameplate on Sayaka's room actually had Makoto's name. And the nameplate on Makoto's room had Sayaka's.
So what you're saying is, the room Sayaka was staying in was actually marked as her room.
Then, if someone did do what the note said, they would end up at Makoto's room where Sayaka was.
Plus, their rooms are right next to each other, so switching the nameplates would be no problem. And the one who switched the names was... Well, of course it wasn't you, right, Makoto?
Right. Okay, then who did it?
I got it! Me and Sayaka were the only ones who ever knew about us switching rooms. So the only other person besides me who would even know to switch the nameplates was Sayaka.
You can also infer as much from her note.
Yeah.
She specifically tells the reader to check the nameplate. She would only have written that if she knew the nameplates had been switched.
But why would she switch them in the first place?
She wanted someone to come to the room she was in, and also hide the fact that it was Makoto's room.
What?
Inviting someone to your room, but not telling them you'd switched rooms. Why would...
To understand that, we first need to understand what happened after she invited the person into the room. That's where the answer lies.
What happened then was, whoever she invited over came in and attacked her! We figured it out! We know who did it! Whoever she invited over is the culprit!
But we still don't know who it is, you goddamn idiot!
Sayaka fought with her killer there in the room,
goddamn
yes?
idiot.
Perhaps the answer to our previous question lies in that initial struggle.
Yes, I think you're right.
Then... we just have to figure out what happened during the fight, right?
That reminds me. There was a replica sword at the murder scene.
Yep.
Was that perhaps used during the fight?
Yes.
Oh yeah. What's the deal with that sword?
Sayaka suggested I should hold on to it. I thought it might come in handy if I had to defend myself. It seems pretty likely that the killer used it to break Sayaka's right wrist.
How the hell could you possibly know that's what broke her wrist?
Her hand.
I got it! All you have to do is take a good look at her broken wrist. and it should become pretty clear. Right there where her wrist is all swollen, there's something glittery there. See?
Is that gold?
It sure is. Specifically, the gold coating from the replica sword. You barely have to touch that stuff, and it'll stick right to you. And there's some on her wrist because...
I got it! Because she got hit with the sword, right there on her wrist!
I see. And so the truth draws ever closer.
Alright, then it's about time to solve this mystery.
Swing at it. With the sword, the kitchen knife set. Okay.
When the fighting broke out, the culprit grabbed the sword, and that's when the first blow was dealt. A sword-based sneak attack.
And that's what broke Miss Maizono's wrist.
So, she tried to fight back. She grabbed the kitchen knife she had hidden in her leg.
But then the culprit took that one
and they killed her.
And that's exactly what happened.
No. Coco...
When the fighting broke out, the
I
culprit,
think,
and that's when the sword-based sneak...
And that's what broke Miss
So, she grabbed the kitchen knife she had hidden in her leg.
아니.
Shoot!
Fuck, it's hard. This part's hard.
When the fighting broke out, the culprit grabbed the sword, and that's when the first blow was dealt. A sword-based sneak attack.
Ooh!
No, it's wrong. Actually, no. I don't think the fight started with the sword.
Why not?
Because the sword's sheath had been scratched. See? There's a gash in it. Like someone cut into it with something sharp.
Something sharp? You mean like the kitchen knife?
Stop jumping ahead. Slow down and explain it so I get what the hell's going on.
If the sword was used first, there wouldn't be any explanation for the scratch on the sheath. If you were going to attack with the sword, you'd take it out of the sheath first, right?
That's true. With the sheath on, it'd be heavy and bulky and useless as shit.
Okay, so how did the sheath get damaged?
If they got attacked with the kitchen knife, maybe they grabbed the sword as a defensive impulse. In that situation, there wouldn't be any time to actually unsheath the sword.
So you're saying the sword was initially used to defend against an attack from the knife?
Which means whoever had the kitchen knife was the one who attacked first.
I think I get it! So here's how it all played. The culprit came in, found the kitchen knife hidden there, then they took the knife and attacked Sayaka before she knew all. So she grabbed the sword to defend herself. But then, after they broke her wrist with the
dumbass, we all know that
Sayaka
Sayaka
used the sword to defend herself.
Yeah.
What? How the hell can you not think that?
Because she never held the sword at all.
Yep.
There's a certain part of her body that makes this clear.
Shoot!
Fuck.
I got it! You're talking about her palms, right? The palms of her hands were perfectly clean.
Oh yeah!
How can you know that just by looking at her palms?
Like I said before, the gold coating on that sword comes right off. Oh, in fact, if you look, you'll notice that a lot of the gold has already come off the handle. It's safe to assume that's because whoever used the sword got some of it on their hands. There's really no way she could have picked it up and come away completely clean.
Maybe she washed her hands after she escaped into the...
Sorry, but I don't...
Why do you say that? Is it because you think I'm ugly?
No, that's not it at all. I got it! According to the Monokuma file, Sayaka's time of death was around 1:30 a.m. In other words, at nighttime. And the water in the bathroom shuts off at nighttime, right?
Oh, I didn't know that. Actually, I haven't taken a shower here yet.
Oh, my.
You're no different! You smell like a big fat ugly donkey!
I'm not sure whether to take that as an insult or a compliment.
Insult, obviously.
So anyway, if Sayaka never touched the sword, then that means the killer is the only one who used the sword. But hold on. If that's right, then the one who damaged the sheath with the kitchen knife.
I got it! Sayaka? She had the kitchen knife?
But we already said that the attack started with...
The person with the knife attacked first, and the sword was used as an impromptu defense.
Then the one who attacked first was...
Sayaka?
Now do you understand? She wasn't a blameless victim in this.
No, far from it. It's almost as if she'd been planning to commit a murder of her own. She took the knife from the kitchen, then invited the culprit to the room she was staying in. And if it's true that she had the kitchen knife and attacked without provocation...
Indeed. These are all the actions of an assailant.
Which brings up another point. Makoto, Sayaka was the one who suggested maybe the reason she wanted was so that she could pin the crime on you. That is a possibility.
Sayaka wanted to... on me?
That would also explain why she would switch the nameplates. She wanted to get whoever she had targeted to come to Makoto's room where she was staying. And by committing the murder there, instead of her room, that would implicate Makoto. But for that to work, the target had to be lured out while still keeping the room swap a secret. If the target knew she had switched rooms, they would have become suspicious right away.
So all that's why she switched the names?
But doesn't that plan seem a little risky? For one thing, even if her plan worked, Mr. Naegi would just tell everyone they'd switched rooms.
I don't know. I'm not sure our soft-hearted Makoto is capable of that kind of cutthroat behavior. I'm sure Sayaka realized the same thing, which is why out of all of us, she asked him to switch rooms.
Plus, she was the ultimate pop sensation. A totally forgettable kid. Or a national superstar. Who are you more likely to believe?
Wait, then you're saying she had this all planned out?
Holy shit!
But in the end, her plan backfired. She launched her attack with the knife, then found herself under attack in turn. That must be when her wrist got broken, and she was forced to drop the knife.
The tables were suddenly turned on her, and she died at the hands of the one she'd planned to murder.
Just hold on! That can't be because...
It's true.
Hey! You guys have totally derailed the arc. You're being super boring right now. Wouldn't it be awful if I had to...
Oh yeah, we gotta decide...
Makoto, right now you just need to concentrate on if we can't uncover who murdered Sayaka.
Mother. Dying message.
It's easy just to say, hey, decide who did it. But there just aren't any more clues, right?
No, it's wrong! There still might be one clue left. Sayaka's dying message.
Dining? Wait, what did you say?
The dying message. She wrote something on the wall behind her. Remember, 11037. Written...
Well, before we get too far into that, I need to ask, can we really be sure that Sayaka is the one who wrote it?
I got it! Her left index finger had blood on it. That could only be because she used that finger to write the message.
I see. She broke her right wrist during the fight, so she'd have to use her left hand to write.
Sure, I think we can all agree Sayaka wrote it. What the heck do those numbers mean?
Hey, Chihiro. You're a computer nerd or whatever, right? You should know all about numbers and shit.
No, that's not... Yes, I'm a programmer, but I don't see any kind of meaning in these numbers.
Of course. It's because they're not numbers.
Oh! Yeah. What? No, it's just... look at the numbers, assuming they're not numbers. Don't these first two, 1-1, look less like two numbers and more like one letter?
Ah, you're right. The connecting line is barely there. So looking at it now, you could also read it as an N.
Whoa, you might have finally just said something worth a shit.
But even if that really is an N, N037...
Rotate the image 180 degrees.
Oh my god. Now I see. She wrote down the killer's name.
Huh? You just shot past the clue part and right onto who did it.
So, whose name?
Here's my answer. The key to solving this mystery was simply to rotate the writing 180 degrees. If you turn the message around, it becomes the letters L-E-O-N. L-E-O-N. Or more accurately, Leon.
What the hell are you talking about? It's just a coincidence. It's just a bunch of random squiggles that happen to look like my name.
No, it's not random at all. She wrote that message on the wall behind her as she was leaning up against it. In that position, she couldn't move to write normally, and as a result, when you look at it standing in front of her, it ends up getting flipped. Try it for yourself if you want. Write something sitting like her, and the letters will be inverted.
That sounds like one hell of a stretch to me. I'm the killer? You can't just go and say shit like that.
If you're not the killer, then why did you try to destroy the evidence?
Huh?
You know what I'm talking about, right, Makoto?
Oh, yeah! No.
I got it! You mean the burnt shirt piece I found laying on the ground by the incinerator, right?
As the killer stabbed Sayaka, they must have gotten some of her blood on them. And to dispose of the shirt covered in the victim's blood, they threw it into the incinerator.
But one piece burned off and got left behind.
And the killer didn't notice. If they had, they most certainly would have panicked. Isn't that right, Leon?
But is one scrap of fabric enough to conclude that Leon is guilty?
Yeah, I mean, Leon's not the only one wearing a...
That's right! There are plenty of other people here with shirts like mine. With just that one little charred piece,
You're right. That alone isn't enough.
Are you finally starting to understand?
Yeah.
How it was disposed of.
I got it! If you look closely at how the shirt was disposed of,
Oh yeah, that's a good point. I think I know what you're gonna say. You can't reach the incinerator without opening the gate in front of the trash, and obviously, you wouldn't be able to hit the switch to turn it on either. You'd need the key to get in, and the one with the key was the person on cleaning duty. So the killer had to be whoever was in charge of taking...
Interesting.
Like, it got so serious. The shattered crystal ball, yep.
The key to the trash room.
Yeah.
Whoever was on cleaning duty must have had it, right?
So the only one who could get to the incinerator was the person in charge of the trash?
And you'd have to get close to the incinerator.
No, you don't.
No, that's wrong. Hold on. I think I know how someone could dispose of the evidence without using the trash room key.
But if you can't get past the gate, you couldn't possibly turn on the incinerator, could you?
Yes, you could. If you used this.
What is it, some kind of glass ball? It's busted to hell.
Actually, it was supposed to be a crystal ball,
But how would you use it?
Throw it.
I got it! The killer simply took aim at the incinerator switch and threw the ball through a gap in the gate. All they had to do was hit that switch, and the incinerator would come to life.
Someone threw that through a gap in the gate?
Remember what you said before, Hifumi? Hifumi had the key, so the only way the incinerator could have been turned on without his knowledge was because the killer was able to hit the switch without opening the gate. Once they got the incinerator going, all they had to do was ball up the shirt and toss it in.
Hey, come on! What the hell is this?
All you have to do is look at the scene to know that the killer never actually went inside the trash room.
Yep.
The shards of broken glass, the incinerator left running, the piece of shirt that escaped the fire. If the killer had been on cleaning duty, the evidence would have been taken care of much more thoroughly.
Wait, no, just hold on.
But the distance from the gate to the incinerator has to be at least 30 feet, right? The pinpoint accuracy you'd need to throw a glass ball that far and hit something that small. Could someone really do that?
Yep.
That's right! There's no way! It'd be impossible!
Difficult, absolutely. Impossible? I don't think so. Because the killer is... I got it! Because the killer is the ultimate baseball star. Isn't that right, Leon?
Damn!
Do you have any idea how stupid you sound right now?
A target 30 feet away would surely be little challenge for the ultimate baseball star.
You can't be serious. I'm not the killer! These goddamn shipper brains have got it all wrong, I'm telling you!
You still won't admit it? Okay then. Makoto, go ahead and review the incident one more time to make his crime perfectly clear. And with that, we can end this.
Hey!
Listen to me! What the hell do you mean, end this?
Say what you want, Leon. But all the questions have been answered, and the truth has been revealed. Now here's what happened.
I think I know what to do with the prison right here. Alright, so... shut them in. Da-da. Bam. No.
The killer is you! I think I'd better take one more look back at the case from the beginning. Last night, the killer went to the room Sayaka was in. From what we can tell, Sayaka invited that person there intending to kill them. She attacked them with the knife she'd taken from the kitchen earlier. But then something happened that she wasn't prepared for. They grabbed the fake sword I put in my room and fought back. During the struggle, a strike from the sword broke Sayaka's right wrist. And that's when she lost her grip on the kitchen knife. Finding herself cornered, Sayaka panicked and ran into the bathroom. The killer went after her, but couldn't get the bathroom door. What they didn't know was that my bathroom door got stuck easily. Sayaka knew about that because I told her, but of course the killer had no way of knowing. So instead, the killer forced the door open, took the kitchen knife, and stabbed Sayaka. But with what strength she had remaining, Sayaka left a dying message. To keep the killer from noticing, she wrote it on the wall behind her. And with that, all her strength was gone. With Sayaka dead, the killer quickly began destroying the evidence. First, they took off their shirt. Then they took the lint roller in my room and cleaned up the entire area. They wanted to make sure they got rid of any trace they'd ever been there. Afterwards, the killer headed to the trash room to destroy their bloody shirt. They tried to burn the shirt using the incinerator there, but the trash room was blocked off by an especially sturdy gate. So they came up with a plan to use Hiro's crystal ball, which he'd left in the laundry room. The killer managed to throw the ball through the gap in the gate and hit the incinerator switch. For any normal person, that'd be an impossible throw. And that's because the killer was the ultimate baseball star. The crystal ball, thrown with absolute precision, hit the switch on the incinerator, which then quickly roared to life. Having destroyed the final piece of evidence, they left the area with, I imagine, but there was one thing they missed. Part of the shirt they'd thrown into the fire burnt away and fell out of the incinerator. The killer didn't notice this, and so left behind a piece of indisputable evidence.
Damn.
Isn't that right, Leon?
Complete.
It would appear that Hiro simply forgot his crystal ball in the laundry room. You went there to try and wash the blood out of your shirt, and that's where you saw it, right? Seeing the ball, you thought of a way to take care of everything.
He could have gotten away with it
So,
if it
Leon,
was just,
do you object to
blood
anything
out
that's
his
been
shirt.
said?
Like, he could have washed
Do I
it.
object?
Put it in the water.
Hell yes, I object! Of course I do! I object! I object! I object! I mean, all of this is just a bunch of stupid theories! You need evidence! Where's the evidence?
There was evidence.
Without evidence, it's all bullshit! It's bullshit and I refuse to acknowledge it!
Well then, I guess this is as good a time as any to present the evidence that proves you did it. Makoto, I believe you.
During the time of clash royale, your opponent simply won't want to hear what you have to say. When this happens, you will engage them in a head-to-head battle, like for 2 bullet time battle. During the B bullet time battle, you want to destroy your opponent's statements and rhythm. First button you press control number. Okay. Okay. I might get this wrong at first. Okay. Okay. Okay.
When the killer removed the screws from the doorknob, instead, they must have used something that belonged to them.
I refuse to acknowledge you! You're stupid! Stupid, stupid, stupid! Stupid, 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 stupid! Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance! It wasn't me! Stupid! You lied! Stop talking! Shut up! Here's your proof! You kidding me? Not a chance! Stupid! You lied! Shut up! Here's your proof! You kidding me? Not a chance! It wasn't me! Stupid! You lied! Stop talking! Move! You kidding me?
Ah, damn.
Not a chance! Stupid!
I failed?
I refuse to give up
I
yet.
did.
When the killer removed instead,
I think it's try X.
Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance! It wasn't me! Stupid! You lied! Stop talking! Shut up! Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance! Stupid!
I don't understand.
You lied! Shut up! Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance! It wasn't me!
Oh, wait.
Stupid! You lied! Stop talking! Shut up! Where's your proof?
Oh my god, I'm getting it.
You kidding me? Where's your proof? This should prove it!
I got it. My second time trying.
The screws on the bathroom doorknob were removed. I wonder what kind of tool the killer used to remove them.
I mean, it had to be a screwdriver, right?
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure the toolkits we got each had one inside.
That must be what he used. There aren't any other tools anywhere.
But the toolkit in my room had clearly never been used.
That's because the culprit didn't know it was your room. They thought they were in Sayaka's room.
Only the boys got toolkits, so the killer naturally assumed there wouldn't be one in there.
Okay, then whose toolkit did the killer use?
Stupid, stupid, stupid!
It had to be their very own toolkit.
Stupid, 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 stupid!
Leon, would you mind showing us your toolkit? If I'm right about this, then the screwdriver will show some evidence of being used.
Stupid, stupid, stupid!
Huh? And if you say you used it for something else, you'll have to explain exactly when, where, and why.
And let me say this right now. I lost it isn't an excuse at this point.
Stupid. Stupid.
So, you have no rebuttal?
Then it would seem we are finished here.
Damn. Damn. I got an A! I got 7 song. Hey. 65? Hey.
Looks like you've reached your verdict. Then are we ready to cast our votes? You all have a lever in front of you. Use it to make your selection. Oh, just to remind you all, make triple sure you vote for someone. You wouldn't want to be punished for something so minor, right? Okay, then let's get excited! Who will be chosen as the Blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
B-movie? Wow, that was a really long trial. The trials in Danganronpa 2, they were longer. Oh, looks like you got it right on the money. The Blackened in this case, the one that killed Sayaka, was none other than Leon Kawada.
Huh? Hey, hold on.
Leon, did you really kill Sayaka? But I don't believe
You son of a bitch!
What the hell is wrong with you?
I didn't have a choice.
It was killed
So,
and killed.
that's why...
None of you are any different!
One wrong step and you the one standing here. To be honest though, like why I don't really
unlucky.
pity Leon at all is because he could have easily, he didn't have to run after her. Like once he ran into the bathroom, he could have walked out the room and went back to his room and knocked the fuck out. Like, yeah, they could have a little fight and everything and nothing like that, but she was locked in the bathroom. He didn't have to go after her. Like, he could have put the sword down and be like, I'm losing my cool, and walked out.
Hey, come on!
Nike, she did not care about you.
No matter what happens, please always be there.
This could all be avoided, to be honest, if Leon just walked out the room and left her ass in there. I was drinking water, guys.
Ba-bum, ba-bum. Phew!
That's enough. Calm down.
Ba-bum, ba-bum. Yes, indeed.
Punishment? You mean execution? Wait a second! Yeah, that's it.
Is that okay? Do you understand?
Thank you, Celeste.
So, that's why...
Oh!
Unbelievable. Hey, Thrills, chills, kills!
I'm begging you! Please, don't do this!
Hey, come on now!
Stop! Please!
Now then, I've prepared a very special punishment!
No!
Let's give it everything we've got! It's punishment time!
No!
Bye, Leon. Wow. Love the animation for this.
Extreme!
I can't take it.
Well?
Damn you!
What the heck? Say what? Well... Hey,
Shit.
What does this mean?
Hey,
Thrills! Chills! Kill!
hey,
Wow.
just a second. Makoto. Listen. It's true. However, so... Certainly. Anyway... Right. Correct.
Okay there.
Hey.
Oh.
What?